Now, Ken mentioned one of my favorite words, and I obviously wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to wing it, and I need your help. He said, phenomena. So everybody, can you please say that? Phenomena. 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 There you go. Hey, that's for you. You are the phenomena. I'm Phil Norton. I got flowers already. From some of my students have come down to see me tonight, which I really appreciate, and they gave me some flowers. And you know, usually you're supposed to give the flowers after the performance. So I feel like they've prepaid for this performance, and I'm just worried that if they don't like it, they're going to say, "Can we have the flowers back?" Nice. Oh, good, I've got the short beat. This will be good. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb on this one. Call me psychic, but I'm pretty sure that all of you are thinking to yourselves at this very moment, what in the world is this guy doing? It may appear to you that I am moving in a series of random movements, each movement not really connected to the movement preceding it, kind of moving like a steel ball in a pinball machine, or like the lava in a lava lamp. But in fact, I am not moving randomly at all. I am dancing a very specific choreographed dance. I am being pushed into each movement and each moment. I am being pushed around by the universe. I am, you might say, and I definitely will, because that's what I'm here to do, I am a personal, individual manifestation of the butterfly effect. Yes, the butterfly effect. A scientific theory which purports the interconnectedness of all things and events, and states that the flapping of the wings of a butterfly in a South American rainforest can cause a typhoon in the Philippines. Incredible, but true. It's science. I happen to be in tune with this particular butterfly, and every flip, every flap, every flutter of its wings sends a typhoon whirling through my body. I am being pushed around by a butterfly. Doesn't do much for one's sense of masculinity. But, to be more accurate, I'm not just being pushed around by that individual butterfly. I'm being pushed around by all of the butterflies that have ever existed since the beginning of time. And not just the butterflies, I'm being pushed around by everything that has ever existed, every event that has ever occurred since the beginning of ever. And it is another way of saying that it is because of the collective effort of everything that has ever happened that I am here now. My foot is here now because the Tower of Babel fell. My elbow is here now because the Tower of Pisa hasn't. My finger is here now because a frog missed a fly 15,249 years ago. My stomach is here now because John Wayne and Mark Twain aren't John Wayne and Mark Twain's real names. My throat is here now because of the position of all the stones David didn't choose to use against Goliath. The third eyelash on my left eye is here now because of something you did yesterday but haven't told anyone about yet. My head is here now because it's stuck to my neck. I'm being pushed around by the universe. pushed around by the universe. I think the universe wants me to stand still for a while. That's good. I think the universe wants me to have a sip of water. And I think the universe wants me to tell you that it's important to remember that even though I'm standing still, I'm still dancing. Okay? It's kind of like jogging in place, you know? You know, one of the few Zen techniques invented in the West. Right? I'm going to run, but I'm not going to go anywhere. Very Zen. Which is another way to say that I am not free. My every movement, my every step is just another step in the dance of dependence. I remember this old man telling me with the cracks of wisdom on his face that they say that you never get something for nothing, and nothing in this world is free. Which means, he said, you never do something for nothing, and nobody in this world is free. I am not free. I am dependent. I am controlled. I am a continually happening conclusion. I am passive. I am all taken care of. I am laughed. I am saddened. I am pushed, pulled, right, lefted, briefly nevered, constantly forevered. I am not a pain, but pained. I am not a waste, but wasted. I am not responsible. I am not responsible for my actions because each action is simply the next step in the dance. When I see green, I go. When I see purple and yellow, I think of Easter. When I see beige, I think, God, what a boring color for a building. The word chalk makes me thirsty. Try it. Makes you thirsty, doesn't it? Makes me thirsty. The word chalk makes me thirsty. The word don't makes me think, why not? And the word yes, when spoken by the right person in the right situation with the right intonation, sends a tidal wave of excitement swimming around my being. When the tide is out, I bide my time. And when my time's up, I think, now what? And when somebody asks me what time it is, I always like to say, don't worry, it's too late. Oh, my goodness. Sleepiness makes me hungry. Music makes me happy. Art makes me see. Clocks make me late. Advertisements make me unsatisfied with my present state of existence. Buses make me never have the right change. When I roll out of bed, my feet hit the floor. When I trip, I stumble. And when the waitress holds that coffee pot up over my cup, I always nod. Yes, please. I nod in time to the rhythm of the dance. When I realized I was dancing was the first time I was in Kyoto, over 20 years ago. And I did this every day. I would come out of my apartment on the 5th floor of this apartment building, and I'd start to walk down the steps. And I would see on one of the steps this piece of flattened gum that looked incredibly like a coin. And even though I knew from every time before that this is not a coin, it's just a gum, I just couldn't resist. And I would go, oh, look, a coin. And I'd start to reach down to pick up the coin. And then I'd get about this far, and then I'd realize, oh, no, wait, it's not a coin. It's just a piece of flattened gum. And then I'd start to walk again as I was bending back up, and I saw out of the corner of my eye that where gravity was pulling my right foot toward was what looked like a worm. And I would just spread my foot over the worm, and I would go, oh, don't step on the worm. And I would look down, and I realized it's just a piece of string. I did this every day. Hey, look, a coin. Oh, no, it's just a piece of flattened gum. Whoa, don't step on the worm. Oh, it's just a piece of string. Hey, look, a coin. Oh, no, it's just a piece of flattened gum. Whoa, don't step on the worm. Oh, it's just a piece of string. Every day. Then I would continue dancing on down to the bottom of the steps, bottom of the stairs, and I would come to the door. And this is why I thought this piece fits, because it's the open door theme today. And as I came to the door that separates here from now and us from them and everything really, I would open the door. And as I opened the door, in another act of dependence, because I always have to open the door before I go through it. So I would open the door in this act of dependence, and I would hear this voice in the back of my head. Now, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because freedom, there are so many songs about freedom, you know? Or maybe it's because there have never been any wars of dependence. You know, it's always independence. Or maybe it's because freedom just has a bigger advertising budget. I don't know. But as I'm about to cross that line and go out into the world, I hear this voice in my head, in the back of my head, every day, even today. And it says, yeah, but today it's going to be different. Thank you. Why not? So this is a piece. This is about. I was thinking about. I don't know if this happens to you, but there was this movie, and I can't remember what the movie was, but one of the characters in it they had like this certain way about them of being very frank and saying what they believed and everything, and they were in this situation where they were too worried and they weren't like letting that part of them out, you know, and it was some creative process thing, and then finally one day the person just can't help it themselves anymore, and they kind of go blah and says what they really think, and one of the people there goes, I was wondering when you were going to show up, you know, and it's like, sometimes I feel that way. It's like, where have I been? Where did I go? Where am I? And I kind of lose track of myself. And so I wrote this piece to remind me of where, if Phil is lost, where he can find himself. And where you can find me too. So that's what this is about. Have to get the right note. There we go. You'll find me waiting for the loop to come back around. That's one place you can find me. you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. No need to ollie, oxen free. Know where you can find me. Slouching on the sofa, watching movies with my voice spinning a clash off string, and you too loud enough to annoy. Cracking jokes until it hurts with my pride and my joy. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. Tearing up the floor, happy dancing with my baby. In the language of our love, ain't got no word for maybe. Every time I look into her eyes, I swear they save me. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. No need to ollie, oxen free. You know where you can find me. Yeah, sometimes I lose my way, and I don't know where I am, and I wish that I had an app for that, you know? They have like the Find My iPhone app, you know? I need a Find My Me app, you know? And you go, where am I? And it goes, oh, just go 200 meters straight ahead, turning right at the convenience store, left at the alley, and you're there, you're sitting on a bench. You know, wouldn't that be great? Ah, there I am. You know, or it's like with little kids, you put their name, you know, you sew the little patches with their name into all their clothes, you know, and their hats and their shirts and their underwear when they go up to school. Because kids are always losing their underwear at school. And like if they've lost their underwear, what they really want is for you to give it back to them. I don't know. But that's what I needed. I needed like these patches sewed into my soul or into my sense of self. But I don't think I want my name and a phone number on there. I just want a picture that looks like this. Me doing my impersonation of Edvard Munch's The Scream. Right? And people will find this sense of self and they'll just go, oh, that guy. Here it is. Is this yours? The other thing I do sometimes when I need to find my sense of self is I need to come places like this, because I write Charles these emails saying, I can't do it, and he says, no, it's what you need to do. You belong here. Music and some verses, inspiration, laughter, love, and occasional curses. Never going straight forward, pulling twists and reverses. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. Yeah, that's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. No need to ollie, oxen free. You know where you can find me. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find. That's where